Hi everyone, my name's Jacinta and this is my best friend Andrias.
Oh yeah.
And we're here to tell you a really cool story about our friend Fontane. So one night we were up in the burn. Well, it was actually daytime, but it kind of turned into dusk really quickly. And we met a witchy woman by the name of Peg Dwell.
Peg Dwell was down at the well. Down at the well was Peg Dwell. And on the water she put a spell. But it was a good spell, wasn't it?
A very good spell. You see, we said to Peg that we'd love to see where our animals and our teddies and our dollies go at night time. So with that, she put a spell in our water and told us to drink it right there and then. Cheers!
Oh.
That night, we fell into a deep, deep sleep, only to awake by the rustling of Fontane the Bear.
Yes.
We couldn't believe it when we seen him cycling off with a big rucksack on his back, cycling away into the day. Woo!
And he making mistakes and he pulling the bricks and he's cycling over the hill. He's heading around down to West Clare and he's coming down and then until
He's seen. And that's when he knew his belly was empty and he needed a treat.
And he wanted some sugar, but you see he hadn't brought any sweets or chocolate with him. He had nothing except his tomato sandwiches in the bag, but he wanted something sweet. And as he listened, he heard a bzzz. He could hear this funny sounding of a bee. It was like...
And he realised there was no shops around, no chocolate, no nothing, only bees everywhere. He was looking around. What was he going to do? Then he spied a honey pot. Oh, if he could just get in there. But then the big queen bee came flying around. Oh, she was very, very, very stressed looking. She was coming over to sting Fontane right on the nose, and then he had an idea. He sang, I like,
Swish away the bee.
Yes, that's what the song was. He had to think about it. He went through his files in his head of all the songs that he ever had, and then... I had a little baby bumblebee. Won't my mama be so proud of me? I had a little baby bumblebee. Ah, it likes me. And then he ran up and got the honey pot, dived in and got his honey.
And as he tasted that sweet, delicious honey, the honey made from the nectar of the wild honey bees of the burn. So delicious. And he actually had a little bit of lavender as he sat down on his bike and cycled away. And the sweetness on his lips and the salty air as he came over the hill. What should he see? Only the
sea.
Wow.
Oh, he couldn't believe the view as he crossed over the hill and looked down at the sea. It was so beautiful. He stopped there, got into the sand, put on his swimming togs and ran into the ocean. Run, and then dived.
Down deep into the deep blue sea, and under the water, what does he see but the blue-green sea, all of the magic under the sea, the herrings and the mackerels and the dolphins too, the whale and the lobsters too, so much to see under the sea, the beautiful pea green deep blue sea.
Fontane hopped out of the water and realised that his belly was still empty. I mean, he'd eaten honey, but that wouldn't fill the hole in your tooth. So he ran back onto the shoreline and grabbed his rucksack.
Oh no! What had he done? But while he was in swimming in the sea, hadn't he left his sandwiches inside in the rucksack where they'd become all soggy and wet? And what would he do now?
What would he do?
But as he looked into the sunlight, he realised, of course, the sun. So he took out these soggy tomato sandwiches, spread them out on a rock, and let the sun come down to dry them. And as he sprinkled a little bit of that lovely, delicious sea spinach and seaweed that you get around Spanish Point, sprinkled on, and suddenly, what did he have? Only a delicious, sun-dried, toasted sandwich. What you'd call in Ennish time a gourmet treat.
Gourmet, darling.
Gourmet indeed, delightful. And he ate it. Oh, so delicious. The salty sea air, the delicious sun-dried tomato.
His belly was getting fuller and fuller. And then he decided it was time for another cycle. So up he went onto his blue, lovely bike and started to cycle again. He cycled over the West Clare rain tracks. And when I say rain tracks, I mean train tracks.
Yeah, train.
He cycled as fast as his legs could carry him. He had so much energy now. And then he stopped when he heard music. Really, really good music. It was coming out of
A sweet shop.
Huh?
A sweet shop on the edge of Milltown, Malbay. Look at it.
In the window, there was the brightest coloured sweets. Red and white, pear drops, licorice all sorts.
Ooh, bonbons and sherbet and Mr. Freeze.
Oh, he was
Kinder
so
Surprise.
happy.
Crunchy.
He went inside. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, the smells. And that's when he met Hilda, the shop owner. And she said, when he came in to the little musician in the corner, "Start playing the song, will you?"
Okay, I will. And so the little musician went.
"Now what do you want?" I said, "What do you want, Bear?" He didn't know what to order. There was so much choice. Licorice all sorts, he said really quickly. "Have you got 50p?"
50p?
He didn't.
He didn't have 50p.
"Well, then you'll have to do your hand all three to the music."
Oh!
Woo!
Hand the three. Hey! Jumping around, pulling his hair, he mightn't, he wouldn't, he couldn't, he shouldn't. Up now, Fontane the Bear!
She gave him a free packet of licorice all sorts.
And her last Rolo.
Oh, he ran out of the shop. He was so happy and full of joy. And the moon at this stage was up in the sky.
Moon in the sky rising high.
Oh, he was tired now, wasn't he, Andrias?
Was tired.
But he still cycled. And he looked up at the moon. And he felt gratitude in his heart.
But he then remembered, what had he not done all day?
He'd forgotten his camera.
Even his phone camera.
He cycled up the hill really hard. It was really, really hard to get up that hill. And he thought to himself, what could I do to remember the day without a camera?
Yeah.
I know. I'll write a song.
Indeed.
And I'll think of all the lovely things I did.
Put all those beautiful memories together in the camera inside his head in a song. Remember all the magic of the day. The honeybee, the cyclone, the sea, the daffodils, the flower drops, the fireplace in the sweet shop, the whole lot.
Up he went. And that's when the song started to come.
Yeah.
I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the rainbow. I like the rolling hills, and I like the fireside when the lights are low, singing a boom shawadi, boom shawadi, boom shawadi, boom shawadi. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the rainbows. I like the rolling hills, and I like the fireside when the lights are low.